What's good, y'all? I feel like you guys feel like I abandoned y'all. And I did. And ain't no excuse for that. I did have a lot going on, which I'm not even gonna do the update video now. I'll probably do it another time because I know that I could not pull up on y'all without a story time or two. You feel me? So as you guys can tell by the title, we're gonna be talking about Ricardo. Okay? Because for whatever reason, even though Ricardo has moved out of my parents' house, he is the bane of my existence because it's always Ricardo this, Ricardo that. Did you guys call Ricardo? Did you see Ricardo? Like, God damn it. I could never get rid of this man, right? A couple months ago, I was sent a message by my dad talking about how he couldn't find Ricardo. He don't know where Ricardo at. And he found out that he was arrested. Mind you, my dad don't hit me up about nothing. So it was a shock that he was even sending me a voice note. And it was a shock that he talked about something he can't hear from Ricardo because he's always been friends with Ricardo, okay? Whether they have an argument, a disagreement, eventually they end up being cool again. So I was just a little confused because I'm like, why do we care about Ricardo and why is he locked up and why do you think I know about it? Like, it's very funny because in this family, they seem to always think that I always know everything, which most of the time I do. Because of Ricardo, I don't try to find anything out. I really just don't. So if you guys are in my Patreon Discord, y'all already know about all of this. Shout out to y'all that's on the Patreon. If you're on the Patreon, more than likely, every single time I make one of these videos, you'll know everything before I even post it, right? So join the Patreon. But yeah, so my dad sends me this voice note. I'm trying to call and text Ricardo. I'm like, okay, maybe something happened this time for real, for real. But something's always happening to Ricardo. So it's one of those things where it's like, like, what do y'all expect me to do? So whatever. I text him, I call him, he's not answering. He doesn't answer for a good day or two. So at this point, I'm like, oh, something really probably happened. So I start trying to contact other family members like, yo, y'all know what happened to him? They was like, oh no, we thought you knew. Keep that in mind. Okay, keep that in mind. So I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, like, what the fuck did this man get himself into? Then he finally answers me and he's like, oh, I'm so sorry, Kuz. He calls me Kuz all fucking day, bro. I'm so sorry, Kuz, where I got into a car accident. Someone rammed into me at a stop sign and I ended up getting arrested. Little did he know, my parents already told me that he was allegedly drunk driving and caught a DUI and hit somebody at a stop sign. So at this point, I'm just sitting here like, why is this nigga lying? Like, they wouldn't have locked you up if they didn't think you were drunk, and they wouldn't have locked you up if they didn't think that you were at fault. So apparently this accident happened in Newark. He does live pretty close to Newark, but he doesn't live in Newark. So I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, what the fuck were you even doing out at that time of the night? Where were you going? Like, what? Explain to me how this happened. He said, oh, I was just out at a party. I was trying to go home. I hit the stop sign and then someone just rams into me. Like, you know, the car is good though. The car is gonna be fine, I think. You know, I just got locked. Someone just came to release me. I have no idea who the fuck paid his bond or got him out or drove him back home. I have no idea, right? So I go and I tell my parents, like, well, he seems to be fine. He just got locked up because someone hit him and I guess they thought he was at fault. My parents automatically like, he's lying. He was drunk driving. We already got the story from whoever went to go pick him up and that's why he got locked up. Don't listen to him. He's a liar. So at this point, I'm just like, I don't really care. I really don't care, you know, because at this point, it's like he's always doing something. It's nothing new at this point. It's nothing new. So then that's when they're like, yeah, you know, we're just shocked that you didn't tell us. You know, our family in France said that you were the one that told them. I ain't know nothing about Ricardo being locked up. My parents were the first to tell me. So whatever, fast forward, now my dad, I guess, keeps continuously trying to hit up Ricardo and he's not answering. And when he finally does answer, he tells my dad another version of the story about how not only did someone hit him, but you know, the car's a total loss, so he can't come to the house. And get this, I found out later on that apparently he's helping my dad gamble again by taking whatever money that I give him and going to place bets and shit. I really thought there was a genuine concern for Ricardo, but apparently the concern was he wouldn't be able to do his bullet, okay, do his gambling. I'm this close to just being done with any type of support for my parents. I'm working my ass off, giving money where I can, doing whatever it is that I can, and y'all out here just spending y'all money on fucking bullshit. But apparently Ricardo literally be coming to my parents' house to get money from my dad to go do his bullet, do his gambling stuff. So he's trying to call Ricardo not only for that, but for him to come get his mail because like his mail is piled up at the house constantly because he got into this accident. So my dad's like, so when are you gonna come get the car? Like, when are you gonna come get your mail? When you gonna place this bet for me or whatever? Because at this point, the mail is mounting. My mom's complaining. I'm kind of annoyed by it too. He's like, oh, you know, I can't come get it right now. You know, the car's still in the shop. It's being fixed. Mind you, I just spoke to Ricardo like literally a few days prior to hearing all of this. And Ricardo told me the car was a total loss. Now you guys are probably like, damn, like total loss. Why didn't he just say it's a total loss? To be quite honest with you, I don't understand. The man lies for shit. So when I found out the car was a total loss, okay, that's how the Haitians be saying, total loss. I'm just like, how does he expect to come get this stuff? So my dad gets mad, like, I don't know why the fuck he's such a liar. That man's always fucking lying to me. And I didn't think anything of it at the time because, again, I didn't know nothing about the gambling stuff. I thought, like, okay, they're just mad he won't come get his mail. But I'm like, ever since he moved out, he's never changed his address. The mail has been constantly coming to the house. Come to find, the man went to go pick up some money for my dad that someone owed him, and he went home with it instead of coming to the house. Now, of course, he doesn't live in Elizabeth anymore, but he was in Elizabeth to get the money from the person that owed my father. And instead of coming to the house to give it to him, he goes straight home with the money. So apparently there becomes this whole conflict where he keeps asking Ricardo when he's going to get his money, to the point where Ricardo doesn't answer anymore. Okay, Ricardo is, I guess, tired of my dad asking him for his money. Again, I don't know nothing about this until my mom calls me, and my mom's like, yo, could you talk to Ricardo and, you know, tell him to give your dad his money back? Because at this point, he out here, he calling the family in Haiti saying that Ricardo's a thief, Ricardo's a liar, Ricardo's this, Ricardo's that. I'm like, I have no idea about anything that you're talking about right now. She's like, oh, well, I don't know. You're going to have to talk to Ricardo. I thought you'd be knowing what was going on with him. I'm like, what? Why the fuck do y'all think that I talk to this man? I am the intermediary between you guys and him. However, I don't sit there asking him how he's doing and all of this bullshit. Like, I really don't. So then I come over there and I ask my dad, like, what the fuck is going on with this Ricardo shit? He was like, oh, well, he owes me money because someone owed me money and he gave him the money and he never came to the house to give me the money. Something about this don't sound right. And that's when my mom's like, oh, yeah, you know, he be out here giving him money to play, to jouer bolet with, you know, to gamble with. So that's probably where the money came from. My dad has not worked in a long time, especially since he got sick. The only money he has is the money that I physically give him when he claims he needs money for this, that, and the third, and for food when there's no food left and I can't get groceries, all types of little goofy shit. Imagine my surprise when my mom said this shit. I was just looking at her like, this shit just blew me. It's like, you are taking the money to waste it. Meanwhile, I'm busting my ass to make sure that everything is paid. Nonetheless, it's his money. So I hit up Ricardo like, hey, my dad said you got money for him or whatever. And he's like, oh yeah, you know, actually lies. He actually didn't answer me for like a day or so. And my dad's contacting me and he's like, oh, have you heard from Ricardo? I'm like, nope, he hasn't answered. When he finally answers me, I guess it's because my dad cussed him out when he finally answered the phone when he called again. He's like, now Ricardo's mad at me because he's like, oh, did you tell your dad that you spoke to me? I said, no, I told him that you wasn't answering. And by the time you finally answered, he had already got an answer from you. He sends the money via Zelle. I take it out of my account and I give it to my father. But by then the damage had been done because my dad went crazy, called his mom, aka my aunt, called everybody in Haiti saying that Ricardo's a thief and da 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 da. So now Ricardo is beefing with my dad, talking about how he didn't give my dad his money. I don't want to say he don't need the money, but he don't. Like, my dad sits at home all day. Any food needed or made is made by my mom. Anything he needs, I go get. So it's like, you're sitting at home all day because you can't walk too well. What the fuck do you need the money for? So yesterday I was with my parents and we happened to be next to the bank and he's like, oh, can I go in the bank? Why the fuck we walk in there and this nigga's making a brand new secret bank account, a secret savings? Now, there's nothing wrong with having a savings, but there's everything wrong with having a savings when niggas is paying bills on your behalf and you haven't contributed to a bill in 2, 3, 10 years. Okay, it hasn't been 10, but it's definitely been about 3 to 4 years since he's contributed to a bill. And you would think he's only putting the $100 in, or nope, he has over $550+ in this bank account. I'm just sitting there like, where the fuck did you get $552 from? I'm assuming it's definitely from lottery winnings, or maybe he's saving the $20 that I give him, but I know he doesn't. Or maybe he's lying because he'll sit there and be like, oh, every time you give me money, your mom takes it and she does whatever it is. So I'm trying to figure out where the hell this money is coming from. So it's getting to a point where it's just like, I'm so exhausted. My body hurts. My life hurts. It's just like, between Ricardo and my parents, they're going to be the death of me. Okay, so definitely comment down below. Do you guys have a bothersome, troublesome cousin or family member like Ricardo? Because I know I'm not the only one suffering with Ricardo's nonsense. Something people automatically assume that I knew about it or I'm hiding something. And it's like, I don't know, nor do I give a fuck about what Ricardo does. Y'all need to stop. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please join the Patreon and follow me on Instagram. And I'm going to see y'all in the next one. Bye!